Hi.
Tea?
On its way. You look shattered.
Yeah, I've been on my own. Cathy didn't turn up for work. She didn't have to explain why.
No. What the hell does Chris think he's playing at? Messing about with Rachel Hughes.
It's a bit close to home, isn't it?
It's not fair on Cathy. Not after all she's done for him.
Oh, I suppose you can understand him wanting to take a chance if he's offered it. He's still a young man, Frank. Unfortunately, disabled in the prime of his life.
That's hardly Cathy's fault, is it?
Well, not having anybody to blame doesn't make it any easier.
No, I suppose not.
Trouble is, Cathy's been more of a mother than a wife. No wonder he found the attentions of an attractive woman like Rachel pretty irresistible.
She should have left him alone.
It's too much to ask with her track record. Remember her and Pete Whiteley?
Chris is going to be like putty in her hands.
He's old enough to sort himself out, Frank. There's not a lot you can do about it.
Except support Cassie and help Chris when he gets hurt.
You think he will be?
Of course he will. Rachel Hughes will drop him like a hot brick when the novelty wears off.
OK, Joshua. The doctor will see you now. Sorry about the delay. He's a bit behind.
Oh, that's all right. Anyway, makes a change from being on the farm on my own.
You're not on your own. You've got Jack.
No, I haven't. The farm's got Jack. And as advanced as I think Victoria is, she's not exactly a great conversationalist.
Oh, he'll come.
So how are things?
By things, you mean Chris and me? Yeah, it's going really well.
Isn't it difficult with him being in a chair?
I really admire him, the way he's coped. And I find him pretty attractive. As for the practicalities, well, you just got to be inventive.
Are you saying this is serious?
I don't know. It didn't start out that way. I just started to take him out for something to do. Then I started to enjoy it, and then...
then the big realisation.
Yeah, something like that.
So it is serious?
I don't know. There's one big snag, isn't there?
Oh, yeah?
Well, he's married. And I've a good idea that Cathy knows what's going on.
You're not getting me in there.
How are you going to get your pension then?
I am not supporting my flaming rival.
Why? Who wins her?
Too true. Why they put her on that committee instead of me, I do not know.
But getting your pensions, not supporting her, is taking money off her.
All right. So long as we don't buy anything when we're in there.
Do I ever?
What do you think?
It's good.
You put it in the window.
I don't see why not.
I'll make another one and see if Mr. Turner will put it in the wall pack. You give her a walk, won't you, Dad?
I didn't even like the dog.
Have you seen my dog?
Got lost yesterday.
Escaped more like. Jumped out at Kelly.
Frightened her to death.
If you've got a dog, you're supposed to control it, especially in country.
Making plans, are you?
What for?
Your wedding, it's not long now, is it?
Weeks.
Have you got a wedding present list?
Not as such.
Oh, you better be making one then. It's no good leaving it to chance and ending up with half a dozen toasters, is it?
How about tablecloth? They're always useful.
I've always fancied a lace one. I like to see a nice table.
Consider it done.
Oh, well, consider yourself invited to wedding. The more the merrier.
Has Cathy said anything about you and Chris?
She's not had the chance. I kept well out of her way. Anyway, I have to wonder how much you'd mind if she did know.
She is his wife.
Yeah, but there's nothing between them anymore, is there?
That's what the philandering husband always says. My wife doesn't understand me. But Cathy's been very good to Chris since he had his accident.
Well, it's been worth a while, hasn't it? Frank's made sure they're very comfortable.
Hey, come on. Cathy's not a gold digger.
Then what's in it for her? Chris and Cathy have got nothing in common. They hardly even talk to each other.
He would say that, wouldn't he?
What is the point in two people living together if it makes them both unhappy?
Jack and I have bad patches?
With Chris and Cathy, it's more than a bad patch. It's a lousy marriage. It has been for ages. Cathy will probably be glad for the excuse to get out.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. It's a big thing, leaving a marriage, particularly if you've got nowhere else to go.
The only thing that's keeping Cathy there is a sense of duty.
Well, there are worse things. We can't all go for what we want, regardless of the effect it has on other people.
It'll be all right. Believe me.
Well, coming on.
Of course it is. It's an absolute winner. And think of the profit margin. Why put money in the brewer's pocket when you can put it in your own?
Well, I could do with some money in my own pocket.
How?
Yes, I haven't been doing too well with the horses lately. Why do I always back the wrong horse?
Luck, because it's not running your way. But you've got to keep at it. You can't give up.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you can't give up when you're losing, because then you become a loser. The knack is to carry on until your luck changes.
Yes, or until you run out of money.
I'll always help you out if you're still financially embarrassed.
Oh, no, Eric, I couldn't let you do that. I owe you too much as it is.
It's the way it goes. My luck's in at the moment, yours is out, so it's up to me to lend a hand. There's a race meeting this afternoon, isn't there?
Well, yes, there is, actually.
Well, take yourself along there and try your luck. I'll give you a few bob to prime the pump, as it were.
No, Eric, I couldn't.
200? 500? Just got to say the word.
Well, then if you're sure.
Let's say 500, eh? And give it back when you got a winner.
Where did you say Chris was?
Physiotherapy.
Oh, it'll do him good to get out.
And me.
You all right?
How can I be all right with what's going on?
What is going on?
What's the matter, love?
Nothing.
Hey, come on, you can't fool me. What is it?
Chris.
Well, what's new?
Rachel Hughes, that's what's new.
What about Rachel?
What's she got to do with Chris?
What do you think? What do men and women usually get up to?
You mean an affair?
What?
Chris in the state he's in?
Mum, there are ways and means.
I can't believe he's doing this to you.
No, nor can I. And after you've been so good to him.
God, do you think that makes any difference when someone new comes along? He doesn't even seem to feel guilty.
Well, leave him. He'll soon feel something then, all right?
How can I, Nick? He needs someone to look after him.
Oh, come on, Kathy. You can't have it both ways.
But let Rachel look after him. Come up to the nursery and stay with us.
Nick's right, love. God, he wants jam on it. He's got you here, Rachel if he feels like a bit of fun, and you're making it easier for him, love. Make him face reality. It might bring him to his senses.
I suppose you're right.
Go and get your suitcases. We'll help you pack.
Coming for a drink?
I've got work to do. I have to send some samples off to the lab.
We're on business too. We're going to see if Alan Turner can quote us for catering for our wedding.
Oh, it's not long now, is it? Have you got a list?
Oh, no, not like that.
Well, how about some wine glasses then? And a tankard for you?
No need to bother.
Oh, very acceptable. Thanks very much. You'll be getting your invitation soon.
Lovely.
Why do you keep doing that?
Doing what?
Asking everybody to a wedding. It's going to be expensive enough as it is when on us beam ends.
Yeah, well, you have it to do. You've got to be friendly.
Not if it costs money.
Have you seen my dog?
No, but I've heard about him. He's been causing trouble on some of the farms.
He's probably hungry. He didn't come home for tea.
Well, when you find him again, let me know. I'll book him some obedience classes.
Can I come too?
You have to take him. You have to learn how to manage him. A well-trained dog's an asset and a disobedient one's a menace. Don't you forget that.
I won't.
You're doing very, very well, aren't you?
Is she?
Yes, no, she's fine. This was just a routine check. Set your mind at rest.
Oh, I can't help worrying.
Yes, well, don't. The operation was 100% successful. She's made a good recovery. She'll make your grandmother yet.
Oh, that seems like a long way away.
Comes around quicker than you think. You know, I remember when Luke was that size. Look at the great big hulk now. Do try and treat her normally, though. Great danger of being overprotective when a child's been seriously ill.
Yes, I know. That's what Jack says. Actually, I'm looking for a job.
Oh, really? Thought there was always plenty to do on the farm.
Well, Jack's got Ned now. It makes a change, get out of the old routine.
You sleeping all right?
As well as she'll let me.
Yes. Yes, it's a big change, isn't it, having a baby at your age? Especially when you've had problems with her health. Perhaps you and Jack should try and get out a bit more.
Yeah, perhaps we should. The problem is babysitters.
Oh, there must be someone you can ask. My daughter, for a start. Keep her out of mischief. Or Rachel.
Hello. Hi. Kathy's coming to stay for a few days.
I hope that's all right.
You know why?
Yeah. Of course it's all right. We know you're not responsible for what Chris has done.
Of course he isn't. Chris has grown up.
What a pity he hasn't stopped him from being a first-class idiot.
It'll all sort itself out.
I wouldn't be too sure about that.
If there's anything we can do, just let us know.
No, I don't think so. It's down to Chris now. We'll see if he misses me.
I'm sure he will.
Let's hope so, eh?
What was that? A mangy dog. Should be on the lead.
Have you seen my dog?
Best, you mean? Black and white, in need of a bath.
That's right.
Yeah, it went that way.
Great. They've seen my dog. He's gone down there.
Be careful!
Donna, don't move.
Stay back.
Donna, keep still.
She'll never do it.
Biff, get my bag from the car.
Should be all right. Should be asleep for hours.
She was terrified. She fainted.
Did the dog actually bite her?
No, I don't think so.
Let's have a look.
Well done, love. That was quick thinking.
So part of the job. Let's get him in the car. I'll take him to the surgery.
What's going to happen to it?
I'll let him sleep it off and then, depends what caused all this.
Luke.
Hello. Hey, you've had a bit of a shock. I think we better get her inside. Try and keep her warm.
Oh, I'll do it.
Right, I'll be over and look her over properly.
Come on, love.
Zoe, can you let me know what you find out?
Will do.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
What we all need now is a nice cup of tea.
I think we could do with something stronger.
Looks like we're back in business. Better get back behind the bar. Come on.
Oh, I hope that little girl's going to be all right.
Kids are pretty resilient. Anyway, excitement is good for business.
Anybody would think we were business.
I said to Alan I'd keep an eye on the place while skipping the races. Yes, can I help you?
I'll let me use well.
And I'll have a brandy to steady me nerves. Oh, you look as though you could do with one and all, love.
She's underage.
No, it's all right. An orange juice will do. It was awful seeing that poor little dog go mad like that.
That thing Matt's putting down. Nobody loves dogs more than me, but when one of them gets like that, there's no curing it. Zoe saved that kid's life.
Yeah, and Luke helped. Snatching her out the way like that.
Oh, my hero.
Anybody would have done it.
Yeah, but you were the one that did.
Well, there's no harm done. Worst thing about a case like this are the effects of shock. So just keep her warm and quiet for a few days and she should be all right.
No school?
No, no school.
Can I watch telly then?
No, it should be all right. In moderation.
When can we have Swifty back?
I'm afraid you're going to have to ask Miss Tate about that.
I'm not having that dog back in this house.
Dad.
Oh, I'm sorry, love.
Could be something or nothing.
Well, let's hope so.
It was lucky that Zoe was there. And even luckier that she kept her head. You have had a very narrow escape, young lady.
I know.
Yeah, well, just try and forget it ever happened. Same advice goes for you as well.
Right.
And it's a good job Zoe had her kick with you.
Ah, well, all's well that ends well.
It might not be the end of it, though. She might be afraid of dogs for the rest of her life.
Ah, but there's dogs and dogs. I'll take Charlie round to their place a few times. That'll sort her out.
Like dog therapy?
No, more like common sense.
We was wondering if you'd look after Charlie for us when we went on his honeymoon.
Honeymoon?
Well, you can't have a wedding without honeymoon, sir.
Can't afford one.
You will be coming to a wedding, won't you?
Oh, If I'm asked.
Oh, don't worry, you'll be asked.
Well, that's the only thing to do when you've got troubles, isn't it? Eh? Rise above them.
There you are, love. There's plenty of room for you there.
What will you do with your things?
Oh, I don't wear most of them anyway. I should have gone to the charity shop months ago.
There's not going to be room for me here, is there? I should have stayed where I was.
Oh, no, you should not. We'll be all right.
I didn't leave a note for Chris.
Oh, let him worry for a bit. Come on, sit down and have a cup of tea. Look, Kathy. Chris is the sort of man who'll take whatever he can get. You'll get nowhere if you're too soft with him. That's the mistake I made with your father.
How do you mean?
Well, I knew things were going wrong. But I thought if I pretended everything was normal, all the troubles would go away. Only they didn't. He did.
Yes, I know.
I should have spoken sooner. Should have had it out with him.
Mum, I have tried to talk to Chris.
You do get over it, though, love. I never thought I would at first. I felt so let down. But now, I wouldn't go back if I could. A bad marriage just isn't worth hanging on to.
Yes, but I'd made my mind up to stand by Chris. He was coming to terms with life in a wheelchair. Then Rachel had to come along.
Oh, well, she never could keep her hands to herself.
It was not Rachel I feel angry with, it's Chris. I've worked so hard, given up so much, and then he throws it back in my face.
You'll get over it, love.
I tried to make this marriage work, and now it looks as if I've failed.
Well, if you have, you make sure you come out of it financially secure. I didn't, and look what happened to me. I had to struggle to bring you and Nick up on my own.
At least we didn't have children.
I'd like you to have more than me, Kathy. Don't come out of this marriage with nothing. Otherwise, it really will have been a waste of time.
You ready to talk business yet?
She's still thinking about it.
The clock's ticking away. You've still got bills from the concert. Musicians, technicians, equipment. They'll not wait forever.
I wish I'd never got mixed up with you.
You play with fire, get your fingers burnt. If you go into business, you have to know what you're doing, otherwise, trouble.
Looks like you got competition with the lovely Linda. Huh. We'll soon see about that.
Yeah, and what about Dolores?
Oh, she doesn't know yet.
Hiya. Hi. Have you heard how Donna is?
Oh, she's a bit shocked, but she's not hurt.
I used to think life in the country would be quiet.
No way. Hey, is it true that Kim Tate's hosting the meeting of the Hunt next week?
How should I know?
You work for her, don't you?
Yeah, and I want to carry on working for her.
Yeah, well, if it's true, it's horrible.
Country life.
There's going to be a hunt at Home Farm next week.
So? Look, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, well, he should have done.
We should do something to stop it. I know some people who'll help.
Yeah, well, I'll help.
Yeah, you can count me out. And me.
But it's cruel.
It's what happens.
What, do you mean you won't help?
No, and I hope you won't get involved either. I don't want to go hunting, but if other people do, it's their business. I've got my job to think about. If I play my cards right, I could have a real future in Kim Tate's business, and there's no way I want to muck that up.
Do you know how much the people who hunt spend on horses? I want some of it to come my way.
I'm sure it will.
And that's just for starters. They're bound to have friends who shoot, business contacts that want to do some corporate entertaining up at the Heritage Farm. I'll show them a good day out when they meet here and claim it against tax.
Do you never stop?
You didn't when you were my age, did you? That's how you got where you are.
Yes, but your priorities change. I regret some of the sacrifices I made, especially the family.
Well, there's plenty of time for that.
You have. But have I.
Hello, old boy.
Everything all right?
Yes. Missed a bit of fun. Windsor's dog went a bit nasty.
Oh.
Oh, no harm done. Personally, I think it should be put down.
Good of you to stand in for me, Eric.
How was your day at the races?
Well, not one of my lucky ones. I lost everything you lent me and a bit more besides.
Oh. No, don't worry about it.
I'm already in your debt.
Oh, come on, let's not talk about debt, eh? I am your friend. Just call it an extended loan. Your ship will come in.
Well, that's what I was hoping.
Oh, come on, you haven't anything to worry about, have you? You've got a thriving little business in there. And another one bubbling away in the cellar down below. Now, how many publicans do you know sell their own brand ale, eh?
Yes, you're right. The tide'll turn.
Of course it will. And anyway, it's all recorded here. It's all above board. I am your business partner, after all.
And you're a very good friend, Derek.
My pleasure. Don't you think you should be opening up? Huh?
Quite a little heroine. People are saying that you saved Donna Windsor's life.
I wouldn't put it like that.
They said that that dog was mad. What would cause that? Rabies?
No, it's what people are afraid of. It's not come to this country. Anyway, we should find out soon. Just send a sample to the lab.
Oh,
Hi.
proper little hero, this one.
I know, she's the talk of the village.
And I'm not taking no for an answer this time. I'm going to buy you that drink you deserve.
All right, Seth. I could probably do with it.
See you.
See ya.
Hiya. Oh, you're just the person I wanted to see. I wanted to ask you a favour. Doctor's orders, as a matter of fact.
Oh?
I wonder if you do a spot of babysitting for me.
Yeah, sure, any time. I don't go out much in the evenings.
Next week?
Yeah. Can I, ask you a favour?
I just asked you one. You can bring Chris if you want to.
Thanks. It'd be great to spend an evening together, sort a few things out.
A word of warning, though. Don't let Jack know what's going on between the two of you. He really wouldn't like it.
Hello, could you help me? I'm looking for Home Farm.
What, the Tate's place?
That's right, it's Zoe Tate that I'm looking for.
Oh, you need to turn your car around, go up the road, over the bridge, and then first left.
Thanks.
If it's Zoe you want, she's not there. I've just seen her go in the Woolpack.
All right. Thanks. Well, no time like the present.
Who's that?
Search me.
Just a first. Never thought I'd see the day when you buy me a drink, sir.
It's not every day you see somebody save a kid's life.
Anyone would have done it.
And if we ever have trouble with wild animals again, we know where to come.
I hear you were very brave, my dear. Congratulations.
I've got to go.
Something wrong?
Can I go out the back?
Zoe,
Not you two.
what do you mean?
Your wife's been. She's been up to my house.
I know, she found out about us.
Found out what? There is nothing to find out.
I've got all my things in the back of the car. But I couldn't stand it any longer. I've left her, Zoe.